Alright, thank you everyone so much for coming tonight. My name is Brian Burkhardt. I'm a field director at the Cradle Liberty Council here, and I'm also the I'm also one of the staff advisors for the popcorn sale this year, along with Clement and Lance and a few other professionals in the room tonight. So everyone's here to learn about the popcorn sale, the new stuff we've got this year. We've got some new prizes, some new popcorn product flavors, a lot of really fun stuff. I'll try to get us through things pretty quickly. The packets you've got in your hand, that color packet with the staple in it, has a lot of the really important dates and information used for the sale. That red folder is a little bonus packet. It's got some posters in there you can use for unit kickoffs, all right? So I want tonight to be a good discussion. If you have questions as we're going through the slides, raise your hand, especially if you have best practices you want to let the group know about. I heard some good stories tonight about some things you guys do to make your sales work. There are some veterans in the room. There are some new units in the room. I'm really happy we're all here. I hope we can all walk out having learned at least one more new thing, all right? So let's get started. In 2012, units earned commission that totaled over $400,000. That's locally. Because of the popcorn sale, over $400,000 went back into scouting around Philadelphia. And the units did a lot of different things with that money. Time with derby tracks, advancements, blue and gold, kids went camping, crossover, high adventure trips. We have a crew that every 2 years sells over $20,000 of popcorn. And they'll go to Seabase and they go to Philmont 2 years later. That's how they fund their entire high adventure program. T-shirts for the pack, all kinds of great things with that money to be used in scouting in Philadelphia right here. The folks that are in the room tonight are unit colonels. You guys all are part of the packs and troops and crews throughout the council, and it's your job to be the ambassador and the knowledgeable person about popcorn back at your unit. So the few things we want you to be able to do when you walk out of the room tonight. We want you to be able to coordinate the sale of your unit, do your kickoff with your parents, make sure the kids are jazzed up, ready to go and have fun. Be able to communicate with your parents during the sale, the timelines, the reminders. You're going to learn about all the dates tonight. There's no big surprises coming your way about the dates. Be the point of contact for answering those simple questions to your parents, and help with any of those calls, inventory. District colonels and staff will be calling you and saying, hey, can I get you any more product? Do you need anything? How can we help you? So if you know how your unit's doing, we'll be able to help you a whole lot easier. Communicating the value. So we're not just here to sell popcorn, right? We're selling scouting. And there are benefits to the scout and the family. Scouts will learn the value in the process of setting up and working towards goals, sense of accomplishment in their sales, learning how to communicate, especially with strangers, right, and they're showing themselves, replacing their dues and costs of an entire year. There are kids who pay for an entire year. There are kids who pay for an entire career of scouting with 1 year of popcorn sales. You can do it. Scouts get invaluable rewards, prizes. The boys love the prizes. I got a couple of them on the table there. And also the take order forms of all the prizes listed. We'll go through this a little bit later. They can earn their way to adventures at summer camp, and they can even earn a scholarship to go towards their college education. Charlton has a great scholarship program. We'll talk about that a little later too. A lot of great stuff in the popcorn sale. It's not just selling popcorn. Ways to sell. There are 4 major ways to sell. The show and sell, setting up shop in front of the Wawa, Walmart, bowling league nights. Remember that? Bowling league nights. Show and deliver. You get your red flyer wagon, or mom drives a Suburban down the street. You show up, deliver the product door to door. Take order. You have that form. You go around your neighborhood, fill a take order form on that table, bring it in, fill the order. Or the online sales. Grandma lives out in Washington State. She still wants to help out Wally Scout. She can order online. We'll show you how to do that too. It's really easy. Show and sell don'ts. Don't solicit donations. It's not just getting $1 easy out. Refer to the handbook. That's not something that Boy Scouts do. It's just solicit straight cash donations. And please don't open the packets. We're not going to take those returns if they're all opened up and used. And again, it gives them an out. There's selling $1 packets. Not listening. It's going to help your sale a whole lot. And there's a lot of really good things we're going to learn from some volunteers tonight who have had a lot of experience doing the show and sell. Remember, we're not just selling the popcorn. We know Walmart sells popcorn for less than this. We're not trying to just sell popcorn. We're helping our boys learn valuable skills. 70% of every sale goes back to scouting locally. And it's not a cost. We know the popcorn is cheaper other places. That's not why we're selling popcorn. And there's a couple of great things we can do as the scouts are selling. I want to pass out some cards here. Maybe just take one of these, pass them down the back. These are some little scripts that the kids can use as they're out there selling. There's also some other information on the back there. And when you guys do your unit kickoffs, there's some fun things you can do to help your kids be engaged and practice what to do when they're there, before they go out and they go door to door, before they're standing in front of that Wawa talking to strangers. There are ways you can train them. So I wanted to right now call up John Barella, one of our best and longest selling scouters, to tell you some of the best ways to train scouters.
More applause than you did.
You did. I only got one person.
Okay, when I have my unit kickoff, I try to build a lot of enthusiasm. I wanted to bring a couple of these ideas here to you today. You can emulate them, you can do whatever you want, change them up if that's what you want to do. But one of the things I like to do is I try to show the kids what to expect when they're going to be at a site sale for a delivery in front of a Wawa or an Acme, something to that effect. Because, you know, as adults, sometimes we don't think on their level, we just assume, oh, it's easy, just go do it. Well, it's nice to show them what to expect for that. So one of the things that we try to do is we try to show them how to handle the customers. So, skip two ahead. One more. Right there. So, this is what my site looks like, okay? You notice there's no tables, no chairs, there's no bucket out that says we take donations, none of that stuff. It's about selling the popcorn for the hours that you're there and then you get out. If you have a table, it's a barrier, you're not going to approach the customer. It's all about going after your customer, okay? So go back to 390. So when you're at that site and you got somebody who walks by, there's different things that you run into, right? So we're going to just show a little demonstration here on what Joe Scout here is going to see when he's at a site sale. So the first one is the no.
Hey, my name is Andrew. I'm a true pro. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Okay, see something you noticed there? He tried to start off. She wasn't interested, but he said, thank you, have a nice day. Believe it or not, I'm not making this up so that you sell popcorn. I'm saying I've seen them come back and say, oh, because you were so nice and I didn't realize I was being rude, and they bought something. It happens. The next one you're going to see is the cell phone. You get this a lot.
Hi, I'm Andrew. Okay. Have a nice day.
So some people don't want to buy at the door, and you've probably done it, you've seen the Girl Scouts or somebody else on there too. Once again, he's smiling, he's starting his little speech, and he tells her to have a nice day. It's all about image, unfortunately. That's the way it works. The next one is the questioner, person who wants to know everything about the product that's sitting out there on the floor. So go right ahead.
Hi, I'm Andrew from Troop 141. Would you like to support Scouts by buying some of our delicious popcorn?
Well, what have you got here?
Okay, so we got popping corn for $8. There's caramel corn for $10. For $15, there's bacon, cheddar cheese. There's sour cream and onion. There's bacon ranch. Sorry, it's buffalo sauce. And there's kettle corn. There's kettle corn. Those are for $15. For $16, there's caramel corn with almonds, and there's dark chocolate drizzle. For $18, there is Butter Light unbelievable butter. Those are microwave. They're 18 packs for $18. For $25, there's the white chocolatey pretzels in a tin. And then there's also the large boxes. There's the cheese lovers, which is $30. There's the sweet and savory, which is $40. There's the chocolate lovers for $55, and the premium chocolate lovers for $75.
My husband is on Weight Watchers. So what could I get for him?
Well, the Butter Light, the microwave popcorn, each pack is 1.3 ounces.
Oh, all right, do you have anything else? You know, okay, the pretzels. You know, do you have anything that's gluten-free?
I don't know.
Oh, see? That's something that this is great that you've seen this, because he stumbled a little bit on his presentation and he got asked a question he doesn't know about. So what you want to teach your parents, and best practices that I've always done, is you find a select group of parents who are going to be the site leaders, and you want to assign them to be the leader at a particular site. And when they're there, there's things they got to do. The kids aren't allowed to have electronics, they got to pay attention, and you want to go over the product while you're there. So when you hand out your envelopes with money and stuff for them to take to a site, put one of the flyers in there so that the parent can open it up and go, oh, it looks here like this is gluten-free, or this has this in it, or that has that in it, or they can ask them questions to try to train them. You can even take some of the donation money that you will make even without a bucket. We've always averaged between $1,200 and $1,500 in donations with no bucket. And that's not just our troop, Ken, that was pack 2, right? Same thing. You always average all that donation money. People will say, oh, no, but here's 5. Okay? You don't need a donation bucket. You'll make the money. But you want to have the kids go over that sort of thing. And that's where the downtime is. You're standing in front of Wawa, and this doesn't happen very often. You've got a free 10 minutes. That's where you talk to the kids about the different product items. And if you've got a couple dollars in donation money, say, hey, listen, if you guys can tell me everything about this product, at 3 o'clock, then I'll go in and get you guys a tasty cake and a Coke. And they will study like unbelievable so that they can be, 100% accurate on that, okay? So the other thing is you want to do this the right way. When I say that, I mean, you've got the question, the blue slip that he handed out, and if you skip to the next screen, I have the question here. It's pretty much the same thing. You want them to be consistent and speak well when they're doing this presentation. If you have someone in your troop or unit who can do the salesmanship merit badge, that's one of the items they talk about on there, giving a good presentation, speaking clearly so that your item that you're selling will sell. Because no one's going to talk to someone who's stumbling through the whole, they don't want to hear that. They want to hear something clear and concise. Okay? You want to look professional. You want your scouts to be in a complete uniform here. Okay? You want them to smile, smile, smile when they're doing their presentation. Know your product, like we just talked about here. Go over those items. Once again, I'm not making this up. Somebody sat there, listened to the whole presentation, and didn't want to buy, but bought because he went through the items and was so good at everything that was there. They were impressed, seeing it multiple times. Go get your customer. That goes back to the no table. Your stuff is behind you. You're presenting your stuff. You're going to go to the customer. It's actually, some units don't want to do it because it's kind of a high-pressure sales tactic, but you bring the product with you, and when you're saying your little blurb here, you're nodding your head, and you're handing the product to the person. So they're nodding with you and taking the product. Okay? So, and then you want to ask the right question, and that's the question right here. So then skip to, we talked about the site. Everything is in order. And once again, this is where the kids come in the troop, boy led, right? These boys set that up. I pull up with my car. All right, you guys go. I don't unload nothing. They unload the whole thing. They set the whole thing up. Back when we had tins, they used to build towers and stuff. It was really great. But everything is nice and neat. Okay, and the product is in a certain order, and they practice that order while they're at the site. So when they go down, they can read off every single thing, and they know everything what it is, and it's in price order, so the person can walk right down the line. Yes?
A good idea is have a large banner. We've gotten sign shops to make us up banners for free every year.
Yes.
And we have usually tape up a large banner that
Right.
people can see out from the parking lot.
There's a Wawa by me, not a Wawa, sorry, a Walmart. Their new thing now is they've got this asterisk symbol on the sidewalk, maybe 40 feet from the door. So now you're not at the door anymore. You got to stand at the asterisk. That's where they make all of the charitable organizations stand when they're selling their stuff. Well, the person's way over there walking, so you got to have a banner. You got a noisemaker. The funny thing is, I don't know if you guys still have those big popcorn hats. With the popcorn hat, what's going on? Oh, we're selling popcorn. So any way to get that person over to you.
We have used tables in the past. This is an interesting way. Question, kids are going out and they're having $150 in petty cash. What are, so they're making change, here's a 20, here's a 50. So where, if you don't have your table, where's the petty cash box?
Well, that's where your site leader comes into play. Another good thing to do is to practice money handling with these boys. These boys they're not gonna learn money handling any other way except if you teach them. And they're little globs of clay you gotta mold, right? And one day they're gonna be an adult and they gotta know how to handle money. I had a friend one time.
So are you putting donation in left pocket and
Okay.
the $100 and
Yes,
$200
you can split
in the
it up
right
that
pocket?
way. You can also take, we have a site slip where we write in hours. So if I'm at a site for 8 hours and I've got scouts coming every 2 hours or 3 hours, I got a sign-in sheet. On the side of that sign-in sheet, the person who's at the site leader will have a donation little blurb there, and every time they get a donation, they'll put a dollar in it, so that they're keeping track there. Or you keep it in your back pocket. Any way you want to do it, it's fine. But I like to give the kids a small amount of 5s and 1s so they can make change on their own. Because when people come up, they're very impressed when they see boys give a complete presentation of everything that's there, and they can make money, the whole 9 yards. It's almost like a little adult that they're talking to. All right, so that's your site. And then one other thing I wanted to talk about, the next, where'd it go? That one. Okay. Something that I'm going to be pushing with General Nash this year is General Nash Popcorn Day. I don't know if you listen to the radio or watch TV. I see the darn Girl Scouts on today's show. It's Girl Scout Cookie Day. Well, why can't we have a popcorn day? You know what? We'll just make it ourselves. So that's the day that I picked for General Nash to try. I'm going to try to push this for us. And the point of this day is to go door to door. Because according to what Chris says back there, they've got a bunch of number crunchers at Trails End that say that you sell 2/3 more popcorn going door to door than you do at site sales. Hard to believe, but apparently it works. You go with that trailer, maybe you take one of the kids has a German Shepherd, you put a small scout shirt on him with a bandana, whatever it takes to say, oh, that's cute, whatever you need to do, you knock on door to door, right? Now, what we did was we created these little slips of paper, and you've got this QR scan code on there, and you've got our Scout Troop website. Okay, so if you go to the scan code and you scan it with a smartphone, it takes you to our website, which has a blurb on how to buy popcorn from us. Okay? And if you go to our website, obviously you learn about the unit. Now, this thing is twofold. Let's think about this for a second. You're also giving one of these to every door that you go to. If they don't answer the door, you put it in their door. So you're also recruiting at the same time you're selling popcorn. Okay? So that's one of the things we're supposed to be doing. He's recruiting when you're standing in front of a Wawa, right? That's why he looks, it's all decked out, looks professional. He's recruiting. If you looked all sloppy, then somebody would walk by and say, oh, those scouts. So there you go. Exactly. All right, so is there any other questions? Nothing else? Yeah.
One other thing I want to point out, if the boys have a purpose for their popcorn sale, I know a lot of people, they'll pull out the wallet if the scout says, well, we're putting a new roof on our cabin, or we're looking to get a new trailer. We want to go to Knoebels Grove in a couple of months, or, high adventure trip. If they mention that during the sale, that tends to, okay, well, I was going to get the $8 popping corn, but now I'll get the $18 microwave.
You should have a goal because sometimes, a lot of times, people will ask you, well, what's the money go to? Huh? What's the money go to? The Girl Scouts, that box is $3.54. Whatever, just throw it out. But you want me to buy $18 of popcorn? What's that money go to? Oh, well, we're going to get a new trailer this year. Or we're going to sea base, we're going camping, whatever it is. Have a goal with your committee, get together, have some sort of a goal beforehand so that all the boys know. And tell them what the goal is at the meeting before they go selling popcorn. And by the way, before I have my unit kickoff meeting, I tell them that, they already know now because they've been there, we're going to play games and there's going to be prizes. So I give them these sales order forms 2 meetings before we're going to have it, okay? And then we play games. We have a Jeopardy game where we took a trifold and we made up a Jeopardy board, right? You make up whatever questions you want. You can ask questions about popcorn, ask questions about math, potpourri, prices, flavors. The intent is to educate them on what's in the bags, what the product is, the prices, the whole 9 yards. There's another game that we play, and you need to talk to the Scout representatives, obviously, for this one, because when the product comes out, they have PDF versions of all the items. So you can get them sent to you, and you can make a little card that says $16 for a 26-ounce camera corn with cashews, almonds, and pecans, and somewhere in here, there's a picture of the item. So it's a match game. So they get to choose 2. They choose one, and then they got to find the other one, and then they have to remember where it is next time. All right? So with the Jeopardy game, or the match game, you line them up into 2 teams. I actually created a little Jeopardy game, so they hit one button and locks the other one out. So they'll stand there with one arm behind, they'll smack it as hard as they can, trying to beat the other kid, and it lights up. So that the person behind the table who's running the board here knows who got the chance to answer the question. So and now then you just reset it, and then you can do the next one. So this is a little bit fancy. You can do whatever you guys want, okay? But you got to come up with a game that the kids are going to enjoy. I've heard all kinds of ideas for games. There's the memory game. What was the other game that we heard about? I forgot what the other one. Like somebody did like a Price is Right sort of thing, or that sort of thing. So however creative you want to do it, you can. What is that one where they put the box on their back and they got to move a ball or something, minute to winner, I think, or something like that?
Yeah.
Do something like that, and if they do whatever it is with the popcorn and they win, whatever it is. Also, the donation money we talked about, take some of that money at the end of the year, buy some prizes or buy some gift cards, whatever, and they make great prizes for the next unit kickoff meeting. Put them in an envelope, wait till the next one, and you can do it that way. All right? All right, thank you.
One thing, when you set up your display, if you don't always get shade, it's good to, because anything with chocolate will melt.
Yes.
So sometimes we bring umbrellas or those old canopies and set those up there
Yes.
and put our display underneath it. It's a great place to put a banner on. It keeps the kids someplace shade and keeps the popcorn shaded.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's another training thing you're going to have to tell people. You're going to have to also, as the colonel, you're gonna have to pay attention to things like weather. You may have to provide a 5x5 or 6x6 piece of plastic for them to lay down so that the boxes don't get wet, or you may have to pay attention, oh my gosh, it's October 5th, but for some reason it's 85 degrees outside and there's no shade in front of the bank or wherever it is you're selling at. So maybe you don't bring the chocolate popcorn out of the car, maybe you leave the box in the car in the shade over in the parking lot, and maybe you just bring out 2 bags.
Something in the car?
So,
No, it's worse.
in the shade,
It's worse.
in the shade.
It's worse. It's hot in the car.
So, okay, yeah,
I was gonna say, we make a poster board with pictures from the kids' previous year, what we've done with scouting, like we took them to Freddie Hill for a bonfire. We give them $100 towards camp every year. We buy Pinewood Derby cars, you know, the different things that we do. And then they see the kids that are standing there selling popcorn in the pictures at camp, at Cabaret,
Yeah.
at the campfire, building their Pinewood Derby cars.
and
It makes a huge difference, instead of just a generic Boy Scout on a poster, to see the kids that you know in your community that are your next door neighbors doing something fun as a scout.
you don't have to make those. Find some parent that's got scrapbooking skills and they love scrapbooking. Hey, would you mind making all these up? And then you send them all the pictures and let them do it. They love doing it already. Let them make it. All right, and then take them to the sites with you. Have a little tripod, whatever you want to do. All right, I just want to give you a couple ideas. That's all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, John. So as you can see, there's lots of different ways to have a really fun unit kickoff. Sometimes nothing's better than a pie in the face, your face probably. But this PowerPoint in a modified version will be online also, so if you want to go through it with your parents and get the info, it would be on our site, the COLBSA/popcorn. Everything's down there too. So a lot of great things you can do. Set those goals, help the kids out. Good. And join General Nash on their popcorn day on Saturday. Maybe your district's going to have its own popcorn day, maybe you can have your own popcorn day too. So what to order for show and sell? You saw John's unit there had a whole bunch of popcorn. He knows what sells and how much of each thing sells. He's been doing this for a long time. You can tell that he knows what he's doing. If you're new to the popcorn, so you're saying to yourself, well, how much am I going to get? I had some of that Buffalo popcorn. It was really good. I'm going to get half of that, and I'm going to get half of the microwave. And someone who's been doing this for a couple years will bristle at that because they're saying, you don't have any caramel apples? You don't have any in the microwave? You don't have any of this? Well, guess what? We've got a great tool for you folks to use that tells you the breakdown of what you should order for your show and sell. Trails End has done research across the country. They know how much sells. Our leaders here have given us their feedback. We've got a great form, and you say, we want to make this much money on our sale. This is our goal, $2,000. We're going to say, okay, here's how much you should order of each product, and it'll probably sell about that much. It's a great tool. It'll be available online. This is the hard-to-read version of it, but there's a nice percentage sign over here. So you should actually only be getting about 2% of your order should be those fancy new products. And the majority of the order every year is the same kind of things, right? The caramel corn is the biggest one every year. And a lot of people stand by. So if you're new to the popcorn, so you're not sure what to order, work with your professional, work with your district colonel, work with me, and we'll make sure you guys know how much of each product to get so you'll have a good sale and the right kind of inventory throughout the sale. All right? So it's a really easy to use tool. Put your goal in a number of kids, and I'll spit it right out for you. Add order for takeout. So those forms we have over on the table, wherever they went, those boxes of red forms by Clement there, make sure you've got enough of those for your unit, one for each boy. And those are the take order forms. Thank you very much. So as you go around, one side's going to have nice order columns, one side's got the prices on it. It's kind of a one-stop shop for walking around the neighborhood and selling those popcorn. Add those up. There's a great online system you can use. As you folks submit us your commitment forms with your email addresses, we're making sure that your unit is in the popcorn system correctly. I'm going through laboriously every day, making sure our email addresses are right. So you can get the newsletter from us, you can be in the system correctly, you can get your prizes as well. So make sure we've got the right email address for you. But you can log in there, you can do your order. Don't worry, someone's going to check your order before it gets submitted to make sure you didn't accidentally order 1,000 boxes of something crazy. I'm going to take a look at that and make sure everyone carried their one. And if I notice something a little out of the whack, I'm going to give you a call and we'll double check it for you. So do your best, and yes, please.
Is the online website the same as last year, or?
I think that there's going to be some changes to the front end of the website, Chris, if I'm correct.
Not the popcorn system, but
The system will be, yeah, the popcorn system, yeah, you'll have the same username, and that'll all work, the back end stuff, and they'll be adding tools this year and lots of good stuff used, but it should work. If you used it before, it should be very similar to you. Good question. Yeah.
On the take order, just so you know, it's about, an hour's worth of work is about $100 worth of sales.
Oh, yep.
Door to door.
We've got some good graphs coming up. We'll be talking about that in just a little bit. So the show and sell versus take order. So 82% of households have never been contacted by a scout. I've lived in Philadelphia for 12 years, and a Boy Scout has never come to my door to sell me popcorn. I'll tell you where I live later. And a lot of folks have the same story. So 8 out of 10 households have never even asked. Units who do both, even better. Units who do both have 56% higher sales. Consumers buy more at take order because a lot of times you get those people who say, they kind of go away, okay, what's your least expensive item? $10, okay. If you're going door to door, they're buying the higher priced items when you're going door to door. And take order is actually preferred by the scouts and their families over show and sell. Some boys are a little more uncomfortable waiting in front of a store. Some of them are a lot stronger with the people skills. But going door to door in their neighborhood, the people they know, going to their school, people they know, sometimes it's a little easier for the boys. So take order has a lot of pluses. Doing both is best, but please don't leave take order. You know, it's not all about going in front of the Wawas and Walmarts. A lot of folks have never been asked to buy popcorn. And here's those wonderful graphs I just mentioned. More consumer, yes. If you're doing take order sale, the number of people who purchased popcorn, 70% say yes if you're going door to door in your neighborhood doing the take order, as opposed to about 30% when you're doing in front of a store. Yeah.
There's also the door-to-door take order, and also depending upon the timing of when all the popcorn gets delivered to them, it can also help in November when they do the scouting for food, because you know, banging on doors all over again. Some of the people that have bought a couple pieces of popcorn say, oh, okay, could I have a couple? In November, when I go to return the popcorn, so could you donate one or two cans on this? By the time we're done, we have a car full of groceries.
Exactly. And you get to know your community a little better, right? People know your face. The kids get more practice working. It's more than just a sale, right? The kids are learning a lot. They're going and using their people skills. Tying and scouting food's great. And a lot of people are saying yes. If you're right there, you go. Higher sales per container. So I just mentioned that people are buying a little of the pricier items when you're going door to door. And this is what we mentioned before, more sales per hour. So the national research shows that it's a little over $100 actually more per hour. So it might even be more efficient use of your time going around your neighborhood than in front of the store. So please, when you're planning out unit sale, don't forget about take order. Try it out. Over 80% of people have never been asked at their house. All right? Any questions about the take order sale?
I got a recommendation.
Please.
Walk around your neighborhood during a football game.
Ah. That's a good recommendation.
Also, a good idea is to write down the house number of a house that wasn't home, so you can go back and hit them again.
That's great. Yep, keep track of your neighborhoods. And like John said, use it for recruiting too. You know, you've got a flyer back with your website on it or QR code. Let them know you're in town, you know. We're part of the community there, so it doesn't have to be just about that. So good stuff. So that's the take order sale. Online sales. I know a lot of folks have asked about online sales. It's great for out-of-town sales. Remember, Grandpa or Grandma lives out in Washington State, where those older scouts who don't want to put the uniform on, maybe they're 16 and a half, they're up to the Eagle, but they want to go on one last trip to Philmont. Well, maybe they want to do this. They can make their own accounts on the Trails and website. They can make personal emails from the website, and it's delivered right to the customer. So there are templates that are already pre-made, so you go in there and fill it in, and you attach it to your whole address book of all your family, and I'll email it out and say, hey, my name is Wally Burkhardt, I'm selling popcorn, so that I can go to Seabase this year and learn how to fish and leave the state for the first time. Will you please help me out? And there's a link. They go right on there. It goes right to their Scout account, and the popcorn goes right to their door. Nothing's easier. So if you've got a lot of family or a lot of friends and you want to help your son or daughter adventuring, go on to the website and have a template email out to your family. It's a very, very easy thing to do. Yeah? Is there shipping and handling? It's probably piled up at the end with shipping and handling.
Yeah, the consumers have to ship.
It's added, right? Yep. Yeah. All right, so the online sales. So use those templates. Check out the Trails On website. There's a lot of great stuff on there. Military orders. A lot of folks will, not want to buy popcorn and they still want to help out some way. There's the military orders. So the customer pays for a product as a typical sale, but instead, one of our service people overseas is getting that popcorn instead. It's a really pretty heartwarming program. We'll get pictures and letters from the service people who are overseas. We'll send them these crates of popcorn. We've got in there $30 to $50 levels. People will probably try to get at any level, but it's great for older scouts to do, and people who don't like popcorn. It gives them a way to still support America and the troops and scouting all at once and feel good. Everyone kind of wins. So that's the military orders. Important dates. The popcorn system will be ready to go August 20th, so we have some questions about getting in. Is it going to be the same? We're updating all of our contact information right now to make sure you guys are all set and you'll be ready to log in. The $10,000 unit orders will be due August 30th. These are all in your packets as well. Show and sell orders due a little later. Show and sell pickup day, the 21st, the big kickoff of the sale there. October 26th, return day, and take orders due. November 9th, take order pickups and the prize orders due. We even gave you an extra day or two for the money's due, December 2nd this year. So the dates are pretty much even as they've always been in the past. There are folks over here who want to smooth them up sooner. Other councils sell sooner than we do. Put the dates up, let's start sooner. Other people say, scouting's about program. Popcorn's too early. Put them back. It's about split. So we're trying to make everybody happy. The popcorn dates have been about the same weeks every year. There's not too much change from where they were last year. Any questions about the dates? Yes, sir.
Yeah, for the 10,000 above orders for delivery to the house, is that the date for that going to come out later or is it established dates?
Yep, so once you put your $10,000 orders in, so for folks that are new here, if you order more than $10,000 for your unit for show and sell, we will work with the delivery company to bring that popcorn wherever it's best, whether it's someone's garage or a storage, you all, whatever works best for you. So it's a little easier rather than driving with your minivan to pick it up. And those will be delivered to your house. We usually work with Reed's and give you a window about 2 or 3 weeks before the pickup day. So there'll be a couple weeks that we can work on a good delivery for you. Yes?
What's the show and sell start date? When can we start with the show and sells?
Right here.
21st.
What you got?
Before the 21st.
You won't have it. Well, if you're a $10,000, you might have it. This is the official kickoff of the sale. You'll have the take order form starting tonight. So if you're not going to see Grandma until December and she's over and you want to take an order, so you can get ready for take orders, that's fine.
So we can do show and sells before the 21st?
The start of the sale is the 21st.
No, start. But we can do take orders.
Yeah, if you're gonna, you can start compiling take orders. Those are just gonna pile up. But the sale starts. Yes. Sure.
Return day, is that, do we have extra product that we can sell?
Yeah, so we'll go over the return day in a little more detail later. So for those of you who are new, our council is one of the few in the country who allows you to return extra popcorn. And what that is this really big day at a distribution center. So you'll bring your extra popcorn in that you have not sold at show and sell, and maybe you'll have some extra buffalo, but you need some more popping corn. So you'll bring us your extra one, and maybe we've got that in the warehouse, and we'll give it to you. And if we don't, we'll put your take order in that day, and that'll get to you a little bit later on the 9th. So we do have a return day. You can come up with your minivan, and they'll be in a location somewhere in your district or somewhere in your area, and we'll take it all back off your hands from you. So there's a couple of requirements to do that. The big one is be trained, which is going on tonight, so you're already checking off the list, and a couple other things about keeping your inventory in control. But yeah, we're happy to do that for you guys as a service. Yes, sir.
In the past, not last year, but prior years, we've been able to get additional popcorn as we needed. Last year, we couldn't do that. Are they going to be able to get additional popcorn?
Sure. So this question came up. If you believe it, the district colonels have been meeting since April. Was it, John? So we've been meeting since April talking about these kinds of things. And one thing we really want to work on this year is managing the inventory throughout the council and the districts. Because there are units that need more popcorn that run out of certain things during the show and sell time before they can get more popcorn. So we're going to have some more on hand. What we really want to do is have you work with your district colonel and other volunteers in your area and your professional who will be speaking with all the different units that are going on.
So trading popcorn.
Right. So when Jack calls and says, I need more buffalo, John calls and says, I've got extra buffalo, I don't know what to do with this. We connect the wires for you. So communication is going to be really important. So popcorn at CLBSA will come to us at council, and those will be forwarded to your executive and your colonel. And we're going to try to do as best we can to manage our inventory and trade when we need to and sort things out. But it's a lot easier for everyone. If it's already in the field, rather than ordering more, we just move it over a couple towns.
The easiest way to do that is to make sure that you call in every Monday morning. And I know it's a pain in the butt, but that's the easiest way for them to track and coordinate everybody's wants and needs.
Yeah. So if you're checking in with your professional or your colonel once a week, we'll know. As soon as we find out, I'll say, yeah, Gail called me. She needed this, and we'll help you out as quick as we can. All right. So those are the dates. Again, those are all in the package you guys got. What's new? Some exciting flavors. Bacon ranch, buffalo cheddar, cheese, sour cream, and onion. There's a dark chocolate drizzle back there, which I'm partial to as well. I got to hear some really great stuff at the Trills and Research and Development Symposium that I went to out in Arizona. That's what I call it. They're doing a lot of great stuff. The product's fun. There's all these new flavors in the back right there, so if you've not had them yet, take a cup, try them out. They're pretty exciting. They're pretty cool. Again, it's not going to be the bulk of your sale. As exciting as it is, half of your sale is not going to be bacon ranch. Despite everyone loving bacon. And I know some folks love the buffalo too. It's going to sell. It's going to be exciting. But again, the standbys are what really sells the best. But try the new stuff out. Push it. If it's going well, people want to try new stuff, especially for take order. That's great because we can order all we need to take order. But for show and sell, we're going to be careful with these. These are some of the new flavors. I encourage you to try them out in the back so you can tell your kids how they tasted and what you like and don't like. Product lineup. We've gotten more products this year than we've had in a long time. So the district colonels and some unit leaders met before we even picked our lineup this year because we wanted your guys' input on what's been working and not working. And we heard very strongly that kettle corn has done well around here. We want kettle corn back. Good, right? Okay, I'm glad you said it. So we brought kettle corn back this year. So it's the top version. We've got it back there if you want to try it. A couple of the new flavors in here that we've got, the buffalo cheddar, the bacon ranch. They're at a pretty good level, the $15 level in the bags. And this is our entire lineup. Again, it's in the take order form. It's on the website. It's in your package.
Last year, we weren't allowed to order ahead of time the heavier boxes, like the premium tins and the sweet sour, we weren't able to get those available
So,
this year.
yeah, so this year, everything that's in show and sell will also be on take order.
I meant, we couldn't order it ahead of time, like the $10,000 orders, we weren't allowed to order that bigger
For
box.
showing.
Oh, I got you. I got you. We'll work with you as long as it's,
So we can get it this year.
yeah, we'll make sure it's in. Good. Yes, sir.
Just on the take order form, it says the pretzels are $26 and it doesn't show a tin, but that was different?
The tin is just the chocolate lovers and, oh, there's no picture of a tin in there?
No, it's $26.
Well, we upgraded. The bag has the extra pretzel in it. So while we're on the take order form, you guys open them up, you can check out the prizes. So this year, we have a prize company called High Adventure Gear, which is supplying all of our prizes. A couple of them over here, some of the fun ones, please be careful with this. High Adventure Gear is working with us. If you'll notice at every level, we've got a camping item and a toy item. So if your boy wants a backpack, you can have it. If he wants a Nerf gun, you can have it. If he wants the backpack or the robotics kit, lots of really great stuff in the prizes. There's going to be a separate prize system this year that you're going to log into. It will be working with the TrailZone system. So when you sign in, I'll show you in a little bit. It's going to be very simple. Here's the number of boys. Here's how much we sold. Here's the prizes we want. Boom. They have a 1-800 number, and they have an email address, and they're going to take care of all of our prizes for us. And they've got some really nice things. So that's on the back. This year, the patch is pretty cool looking. It's a tent with popcorn. You can see pictures of it there. Here's what the site looks like. We'll have this available online. We're not going to do it now. It's pretty straightforward. You know, log in, number of scouts selling, shopping cart. Here's the number of prizes we want. Submit your card order. Everything goes to your address. Confirm. They mail it all right to you, right to your house. Can't get easier than that. You'll get a confirmation online. You can track your order. It's beautiful. And if there's any problems, again, they have an 800 number and they have their own email address. They're really easy to work with. Yes, please.
Other counties give you the options of opting out of prizes, and you can they let you make a higher commission on your popcorn. Does this district allow that?
Yep. No, we just do this. The closest thing I can say is that we do have gift cards that are available at the levels. So if you wanted to earn those instead of prizes, we have gift cards. All right. This year's $750 club incentive is the RC Mini Stunt Car. We've got a sample of one right here. They're pretty fun. They've been field tested already, a little bit today even. So we're going to try to make these available for your guinea pig costs. They're a lot of fun. They're really fast. You can put them in a bowl. They drive around a lot. You can put them in a big tube. We were talking about trying to make a tube. They're trying to defy gravity. They're pretty amazing. For those of you guys who were at day camp for Cub Resident Camp or Cub Day Camp, we had a couple models going around. They are a lot of fun. So every scout will get one of these if they sell $750 worth. That's the helicopter for the star prize for sure.
Are they more durable than the helicopter?
I mean, they don't fly, so you can't crash them.
Well, I mean, the helicopter is a great prize. The kids loved it. But, you put that in the hands of a tiger and it's broken in 8 minutes.
Yeah, there are probably a few prizes short of bowling balls we could get that kids couldn't break. We've used these quite a bit, and they've done pretty well as far as staying durable. I'm sure every once in a while we won't break. We'll work with you. The popcorn prize company will work with you if one ends up breaking really quick. That did happen to one of ours. A kid drove it off of a wall into a concrete thing, and we called them and said we'll replace it. So they're willing to work with us if there's defective. So we've had a good experience so far with them. They're blue. They come in blue and red. They're pretty fun. Sorry about that. So if you want to test it out later, you can try it. We're going to try to have some available for your guinea pig cops to get the kids excited, so you can have them driving around. District top sellers. Anyone know what these are? Yeah, night vision goggles. So the top seller in every district is going to get night vision goggles. That's pretty cool. And then, the drum roll, the council top seller prize this year, Xbox One. Yes, we went all out. We had the debate. The PS got outvoted by the Xbox. The Xbox One did count the top seller prize. Pretty exciting. It's brand new this fall. If you've ever heard of it. So the kids will know what it is, trust me. So tell them it's the top seller.
So that we can help our kids with their goals, who won these prizes and how much did they sell that?
Ooh. On the top of my head, I'm not entirely sure. Is Amy in here?
Yeah, I am. I don't remember. I can look it up though, Brian, and we'll get it out in one of the newsletters.
The top? District?
District, 3,500.
Okay, so we have a top district prize was around 3,500,
You got the camera.
and the council-wide might have been a little more than that.
Baden Powell was 42 for the high seller, and he missed that by about 400 or 500 for the council.
Okay.
About 47.
Okay, so about 5,000. If your kid makes it to 5,000 and you weren't the top one in your district, I could probably work with you to get you a pair of night vision goggles. And the top seller. All right, and a really exciting part is the Trails End Scholarship. Trails End is really committed to making sure the boys have a way to pay their way through college as well through their scouting careers. And they're still offering us a scholarship program. So for those of you who are new, once a boy sells $2,500 of popcorn, he will get 6% of his sales put into a college scholarship account. From that year forwards, no matter how much he sells, whether it's $10 or $10,000, he's going to get 6% of his sales every year into his college scholarship account. So this amount once opts you into this scholarship program, and then for the rest of your scouting career, you can earn money into your account. Yes, ma'am?
You have to sell the 2,500 in 1 year.
Yes, you must sell this much in 1 year, and then you are opted into the program, and then however much you sell the rest of your scouting career, 6% of that will go into a college scholarship account.
My son's been on for 3 years. This is would be his 4th year on the scholarship fund.
Yeah, it's a great piece. Yes, Amy?
There is paperwork that you as a family have to complete to enter in. It's not something that you're automatically going to be getting.
Good point. So if your families want to take advantage of this, make sure that we know and get you the right paperwork. It's a great program, great opportunity for the kids. Any more questions on the scholarship? The commission structure is unchanged. So if you sell up to $6,200, you get 30% commission. Up to $10,000, 35% commission. The 40% commission is on everything over $10,000. So once you go over this mark, you're making 35%, and everything over $10,000 will be a 40% commission. Here's an example, a nice math problem. $12,000 in sales, so you got up to $10,000, will be at that 35%, and then everything over, which is $2,000, will be at that 40%. There's your total commission. All right, it's the same as years past. Any questions on the commission? All right, very good. Return day policy. We asked about this quickly before. Units can only order amounts sold during the show and sell in previous year. However, if a unit would like to order more popcorn, a unit sales plan should be submitted. So that's in your packet. It's also here, the unit sales plan. We want you to grow your sales. We don't want to limit you by only ordering the amount you got last year so you can do returns. We want you to be able to grow your sale. But we want you to grow your sale responsibly, which is why I want to make sure you've got a sales plan filled out. So when you come to us and say, well, last year we sold 800, this year we're going for 15,000. And you don't have a plan, we don't want to give you $15,000 of popcorn and send you on your way. If you come to us and say, we want to sell $15,000 of popcorn, but we've got 80 scouts, we've got 14 locations secured for 8 hours at a time, and you've got captains and buzzers and lights, I'm going to be really excited to give you your $15,000 of popcorn, okay? We want you to have a plan. So again, return day policy. If you order as much as you sold the year before in show and sell, no questions asked, we know you can do it, no problem. If you want to sell more at your show and sell, please have a plan prepared, just a one-page document, and we'll be happy to help walk you through growing your sale responsibly. A unit person must attend a training in the summer. Congratulations, you've all completed that piece. If any other folks that you know that are friends that are not here for the unit, any executives in the room, there's a couple more sessions. The makeup session on the 14th, there's 2 more of these the next 2 nights. If they can't make those, or the council-wide roundtable, where again we have a session, they can always work with their executive to get a one-on-one session and go through all this. They can get trained a lot of different ways. We'd like you to be at the kickoffs. Thank you again all for coming tonight. If you can't, we'll work with you for that. And we talked about, Gail mentioned calling in every week during the sale to let their DE know how it's going. So if you call your DE or your popcorn colonel once a week and you let them know how it's going, they're going to be able to take care of you a whole lot better as far as inventory control and getting to you quicker. And if they know you're looking for product, they'll be on the watch. They'll even be so nice, I know Nick will do this, if he knows he needs more of a certain kind of popcorn, he will drive to a district 3 districts away to get it for you and bring it to you.
And the $10,000 unit, the ones that are 10,000 units are the ones that they're pulling from. So that's why it's important for you to know, so those units have an opportunity to put it aside for you as well.
Right.
Without losing their money in respect.
Right. So he'll call ahead and say,
That's also hard to do.
he'll say, Chuck, I know you've been sitting on a lot of Buffalo. Down south, Buffalo's selling well. I know up here it's not selling so well. I'd like to take it off your hands. You know, you don't have to worry about it, and we'll do that for you. So please keep in touch with your district colonels, other volunteers, your district, with your council staff people. Let us help you communicate and manage your inventory a little better. If you do all these things, we're happy to take the product back from you on return day, because we know you've done your part to organize and manage a really good popcorn sale. If you stayed in touch and got trained and had a plan and came to a training, we know you did your best to do your sale, and we're happy to take your popcorn back. Okay? Any questions on the return day policy? The return day has run very smoothly the last 2 years. I heard before I worked here, there was a line like around, I don't even know, a county. Reed's is still on our side. They're helping us again this year. It's going to go very smoothly again. We're going to use the same system. And on that same day when you return your popcorn, you're going to be ready to submit your take order sales. So, new folks, when you drop off the popcorn you haven't sold from show and sell, but you know you need more, you bring that with you that day, let us know. We'll try to fill as much of it as we can from the warehouse. Whatever we can't sell, or can't fill, excuse me, we're going to make sure you get that in a couple weeks. Okay? So any questions about return day policy? Pretty easy, right? As long as it don't snow. Don't say that. It's snowed 1 year. Alright. And the salesman worksheet went over again. It's in your packets. Take a look at it. Even if you're not looking at increasing your sale, and you don't have to do this, to increase your show and sell, it might be a good idea to do this. Make sure you've got a good plan in place, especially if you're new. If you want to have an idea of how many places it's secured, how many scouts are going to be working, what your goals are, when your unit kickoff date is, summarize your plans for the kickoff, your annual budget, a lot of great stuff in here. If you can answer all these questions, I guarantee you're going to have a pretty good sale. You'll have a goal in place, you'll know how many kids you've got selling. So it's one page, it's worth your time to sit down and think about your sale a little. I know it's only July, and popcorn's not till the fall, but please do your unit and your kids a service and think about it and plan things out a little bit. The sooner the better. Part of planning is the budget planner. Remember, we're not just out there to sell popcorn. It's best when you have a goal. Units that set goals sell way more popcorn than units without goals because kids are working towards something. And we are out there to make sure you guys can deliver the promise of scouting. When kids join your unit in the fall, we go out to schools and we spend hours, and you guys spend hours getting kids energized to join scouts because they can shoot BB guns and play archery and go to Philmont and sea base and all that fun stuff. We want to make sure that they're actually doing those things. And to do that, we have to deliver the promise of scouting. And to do that, you have to set a nice calendar and a nice budget for unit every year. So all your units should have a unit budget. It should be very simple to set your popcorn goal because you're going to know how much your unit needs to raise to have a really good year, right? We want to go on 8 trips. We want to have this many awards. We want to do this. We want to buy a new trailer. We need this much money. If you have a unit goal for the year, it's going to be very simple doing this. And it'll help you. It'll fill in everything for you. Commission your scouts, and it'll tell you how much you need to sell. Very simple. It'll be available online. You can fill it in, or it's also in the packet. Yes, ma'am.
Excuse me, product line looks amazing, and I'm happy to see so many new products. I hope I didn't miss this question when I stepped out for a moment. Although you have all these items for, not show and sell, but door to door.
Take order.
But how many of these listed here are available for show and sell?
So
Because
we
in
booked-
past years,
Yep.
that was never
That's
allowed.
a very good concern. So we talked about that with all the district colonels, all the volunteers, and they said in past years it wasn't. So we decided to make everything booked.
Even up to the $75?
Yep, and we're going to talk about you. I don't want to see 100 of those being ordered. But we're going to work with you to make sure everything you need for your show and sell you can get. All right. Yes.
However, the person that gave the plan in the beginning, and they had the little cards that you can scan, and you said you could leave those at the door. Could you put that online and show us how to do that? Because I wouldn't have a clue how to do that, but that's a really great idea.
I'm working with my IT guy in my troop to put a little plan together. And if you see me afterwards, I'll give you my email address and I can give it to you.
Good question. Thank you, Tom. All right, so that's the budget planner. Credit card sales. We get lots of questions about credit card sales. How do we do this? I don't have any cash anymore. I only have my credit card. Have no fear. You can take credit card orders. Now, the credit card sales are not going to be supported by the council. So that only means that I'm not going out there and doing deals with vendors and making sure you guys have a credit card piece for your troop or your pack. But there are so many different options right now this year, more every year, of ways to do this. How many people in the room already have used or have a credit card swiper for their iPhone or Android? A lot of folks. Have they been useful for your sales? So they're worth looking into?
Yep.
Okay. So there'll be options. I think there's a whole page in your book that I handed out, and this guy, about some different options. Most of us have heard of Square before. Here we go. Interfence, Go Payment, Square Up, Single Check Click. These folks will send you a free scanner for your iPhone or your smartphone or your Android device. You plug it right in, they can sign, there's a little bit for each one, but they'll send you a free one. Anything that takes as a commission, that's on you guys. Again, it's not a council-supported vendor, we haven't picked one of these places. But if you want to use it, it should link to your unit account, And again, you can take your sales with it. It makes it pretty easy. We've had a lot of really good success stories throughout the last couple of years. Another little point, the Wawa Location Lottery. So we are still allowed to sell at Wawas from one weekend in the fall. That weekend is October 5th and October 6th. The Wawa Lottery is open right now online. You can enter in until August 15th. Doesn't matter if you do it today or August 14th. I prefer earlier. But after August 15th, we'll do the drawing. Everyone that's entered into the lottery, you can go in there, you pick your top 2 sites, your top 2 choices for Wawa, and probably within a week after the 15th, we'll assign those out to you, you'll get emails. There's always a couple extra ones laying around too. So remember, if you're talking to your district executive and your colonel, you can say, I didn't get my top choice for Wawa. They'll say, you know what, let me go check that list for you, maybe there's an extra one, we can find one for you. So please sign up for the Wawa Location Lottery. You've got a lot of great chances. Wawa's a great place to sell popcorn. Yes.
Are they still restricting the time 10 to 2?
Yep, all the guidelines are the same from Wawa. That's all on the website. So again, colbsa.org/popcorn. There's a whole little blurb on the Wawa lottery, and there's a link to signing up there too. We're about to wrap things up. All right. Yes, ma'am.
Show and sell pickup day, is that at Reed's down in?
That'll be the same, depending where you are. Yeah. If you were at Reed's last year, you'll be at Reed's again this year. Okay. There are locations that we have locally for some of them. So, yep, that'll be in the newsletter. It'll list. You'll get a notice that says your pickup time and location is this. Is the first one for units. Scout only does show and sell. Are they still available for prizes? So, the Scout can mix his take orders with his show and sells. However much he sells, that'll be his prize level. He can go in at. Yes.
This is my first year being involved in this. So the online orders, is that through the Cradle of Liberty website, or is everything through your Trails End?
So they'll have a Trails End account they can make,
Okay.
and we'll still let them know, and you can make your account and they'll have a template. So the order will go through Trails End.
So
But
the PAC account will be through Trails End as well as the individual scouts?
yeah, he'll identify where he is, and so but it'll all go through the Trails End. You don't have to. Yeah, it'll all go through the Trails End system.
You guys will let us know like what our login information is and everything?
Yep. So we're putting into the popcorn system. You can actually make your own Trails End account on your own at trailsend.com, where the website is, to do the online ordering. The ones we're making for you guys is for the back end where you manage all of your sales for placing your order.
I had a scout who was transferred from one pack to another. Does he need to go into Trails End website and explicitly redirect?
Yes, it needs to update. his
Changes back information so it links with its correct unit so we can find it. Good question. Yeah, so if you've got folks who have transferred packs or changed units for whatever reason it is, make sure that they go in and update their account information so it's accurate, so it's linked with the right units and addresses and everything. Any more questions about? Yes, please, ma'am.
When I was selling popcorn last year, I didn't realize how many allergies are in some of these products. And, I was selling popcorn for 4 years, volunteering and stuff. But when a woman said, she couldn't buy anything because there's dairy, there's this, there's that, I was surprised that there was no option for this.
As far as I know, everything that is a allergy with is listed on the bag, Chris, right?
Not on the bag, on the website.
On the website? Okay.
But it will say on, most of the packages will say something like produced in a facility where there's also tree nuts, etc.
What about the popping corn?
Just the plain popping, even that plant, in the plant where it's
Popping corn is in a plant with dairy.
with dairy?
Yeah.
What products are gluten-free?
Popcorn is gluten-free by its nature.
Any questions on popcorn or otherwise we can answer?